I'm Cathy, the Clumsy Soaper. Today I'd like to share the making of creamed lemon soaps where I added freshly squeezed lemons in the recipe. Before we start, I'd like to thank you for joining me again this week. If you are new here in my channel, please consider subscribing for a weekly soap making video, DIY tutorials, or recipe sharing from me. Soap making is my passion, so I would really appreciate if you can join me in my soap making journey so we can learn and grow together. So, let's get started! Let's start by extracting the juice from the medium-sized lemons. Today, we will use 37% lye solution. This is the lye concentration that I used in my no-stick blender CP technique. Be careful when you do this at home and when you handle lye solution because it is caustic and it can burn your skin. Once the solution had emulsified, I added citrus splash fragrance oil. I also blended extra lemon essential oil just to boost the lemon scent. Now let's pour the soap into mold 1. I used 3 molds in this design. The first one is an improvised paper towel core board. I just wrapped one end with a cling wrap and reinforced it with a paper doily and another layer of cling wrap. Next, you will need to look for a plastic container or a glass container where the paper board would nicely fit inside. It will serve 3 purposes. Number 1 would be it will serve as a secondary containment. Number 2, it will serve as an added protection when you need to tap the mold to release the air pockets and air bubbles. And number 3 would be it would be easier for us to transport the mold if we have it inside another container. After a day, we're ready to unmold the soap. Using a knife, let's divide the soap into 6 parts so you can increase the number of cuts that you would do. But for me, I prefer 6 cuts because I just use a very small tower paper board. We just need to cut straight from top to the bottom, but here what I did was to leave a gap at the bottom of the soap. It's up to you. When you cut the 6 parts, it's already alright. But for me, I want to give it a V cut on the edges just to make it look like the lemon slices when you cut it. So instead of cutting a V shape, because I'm lazy, I just look for a cutter that has a V shape on it. So I have this big heart-shaped mold. So I just used one edge of that to create the V cut. If you don't have this, it's alright. You just cut a V at the connecting points. So from top all the way to the bottom, and just leave a little gap. Next, we need to prepare the second mold. We just need to place the embed into the center of the mold and fill it up with soap water. This time around, I added titanium dioxide to whiten the soap. After a day, we can unmold it again and prepare another soap butter. Prepare another soap batter. So I just added the yellow colorant into it. And like the first one where we did a dilution to make an ombre look, just to have an even distribution of the colors. This time around, we don't need to do anything special. We just color the soap butter with yellow and then place the soap that we prepared into the center of the mold number 3 and then pour the yellow butter. After a day, we can unmold it again, and what we have now is our rinsed lemon soap. This time around, if you notice, what we did was to do the rinse of the soap last. I have another technique where we can start with the rinse first, and if you want to watch that video, feel free to look into the rinsed coffee soap that I have done before. I'll put the link in the description box below so you can also check that out. Now it's time for the question of the week. Would you consider adding lemons in your soaps? Feel free to leave your comments down below.
Thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed what I shared, please leave a like and a comment below. Remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon to keep you posted of my weekly uploads. Until next time, bye-bye and happy birthday to those who will be celebrating their birthdays this month. God bless!